looking for that perfect Valentine's Day gift are being invited to Chestnut Hill. KYW Shower Day Howard reports the Club Chestnut Hill Valentine's Day event returns for the third year in a row.
This Saturday, February 7th, come out and shop for that special someone for Valentine's. Courtney O'Neill with the Chestnut Hill Business District and our team are painting the town red for their Valentine's Day inspired Love Chestnut Hill event. A full day packed with coffee, cocktails, and of course, shopping. So anytime you want to show up, that's the shop. Yeah, I would say occasionette. I mean, they have something for every occasion. And she has a wonderful kind of collection of gifts, cards, and everything that you need for any holiday. And wait, did someone say cocktails? El Paquito is having a special drink. Night Kitchen Bakery is going to have a really cool special coffee. And of course, they have all the delicious chocolates, brownies, cookies, all that good stuff. And she says it's the perfect time to show local business owners a little love. Just come and explore, pop in and out of the different restaurants, grab a drink. You know, there's a lot of people kind of stuck inside and with all the ice and snow, but our merchants, our businesses, especially our restaurants, really need that support. Charity Howard, KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
76ers and Flyers both had the day off. Flyers will be off for a couple weeks because of the Olympics break at the NHL. Sixers back in action tomorrow night in Phoenix. Today, Sixers president of basketball operations Daryl Morey hosted a press conference in the wake of fans speaking out over this week's trade of Jared McCain to Oklahoma City for draft picks. Fans are also ripping the team for not doing a thing to improve the roster. Morey has heard the fans and looks at the bright side of their rage.
I understand the reaction of the fans, but I feel like that comes from, folks are excited about this team, and that's why we've had this reaction, and they should be excited.
Morey insisted the Sixers tried to be a buyer and offered the picks it got from the Thunder to many teams, but had no takers. We have that crash east on 422 near the Stowe exit. We'll check in with Kyrie in 2 minutes.
KYW News Radio honors our 2026 Game Changers during Black History Month. They're doctors, entrepreneurs, and leaders, volunteers who work in our communities, public servants who clean up our neighborhoods, and mentors who invest in our young people. Hear the award winner stories all month long on KYW News Radio and learn more about them on KYWNewsRadio.com/Game Changers. Sponsored by Henry's Hots Barbecue and Catering, a proudly owned and operated Black female business.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? A little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants? These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Right now, buy 4 windows and get 4 free from Window Nation. Plus, you can get no payments or interest for 2 years. Act now and you'll get an extra 10% off for February. Don't miss out. This offer ends soon, so schedule your quote right now at windownation.com.
Hey, Bobby B here. There's quite a buzz going on about Evans Pest Control. Google Evans Pest Control and control flying pests.
Evans Pest Control. 10:22 traffic time. Here is Kyrie Moses in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
All right, thanks a lot, Al. So here's what's happening out on 422. You saw this overturned vehicle crash on the eastbound side right there at the Stowe exit. The right lane is still blocked with state troopers. You had that car that was overturned in the grassy median. Well, they did have a flatbed that arrived onto the location, and they were successfully able to remove that vehicle from the median. So some of the activity here is already cleared. It looks like we still have, I guess, that might be either an ambulance or a fire truck still on location. But all of this hopefully clearing in the next couple of minutes. West on 422, everything looks good. On the Schuylkill Expressway, we don't have any problems to report, and things are moving along nicely on 95. Now, up in Bucks County, there was a crash on 202 northbound approaching Bristol Road there in Warrington. We'll have to see if that is still out there. And then south on Broad Street, you're jammed from Girard Avenue down to the Vine as folks leave the Met Philadelphia after that show tonight. Up and over the bridges, you look good into South Jersey, and no issues on 42 with the Jersey Turnpike. Atlantic City Expressway in good shape as well. Our next update's in less than 10 minutes with Kyrie Moses.
Thanks, Kyrie. Now the AccuWeather forecast. Overnight, you could see some snow or flurries, light, accumulating according to an inch below 20. Tomorrow, just nasty, cold with winds gusting past 50 miles per hour. Maybe some clouds and sun. I have only 20 wind chills. Sunday, mostly sunny, brisk, and bitterly cold. High 20. It's 28 in Center City. Partly cloudy skies. 26 in Oxford Circle. 26 in Woodbury. 24 in Havertown. The Olympics are underway. The opening ceremony took place in Milan, and while some were celebrated, others are following reports that male ski jumpers are affecting parts of their bodies to enhance their performance. CBS News correspondent Allison Keyes reports.
Experts say there's a culture of cheating in ski jumping, often below the belt. Now the World Anti-Doping Agency is dealing with reports that some male jumpers are giving themselves a boost in their nether areas to gain an aerodynamic advantage.
If anything was to come to the surface, we would look at anything.
Some skiers are allegedly injecting a filler before being measured for their suits because a larger suit provides more lift. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Let's check money news. Here is Bloomberg's Tom Busby.
Wall Street wrapping up its best day so far this year with the Dow topping 50,000 for the first time ever. Tech stocks recovering most of their losses from earlier in the week as investors scooped up beaten down stocks on expectations of even more spending on AI. In fact, in just the past week, 4 of the world's biggest tech companies, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta Platforms, and Microsoft, said they plan to spend a combined $650 billion this year building out their AI infrastructures. And at today's close, the Dow was up 1,207 points. That's a 2.5% gain. Closed at a fresh record high. The Nasdaq was up 491, and the S&P was up 134. Those are gains of about 2% each on those averages. And AT&T today launching a new Samsung-made smartphone geared toward kids. It's called the Amigo Junior. It allows parents to monitor their children's phones, like access to apps and who they're allowed to contact, and they can control it from their own devices. With money news from Bloomberg on KYW, I'm Tom Busby.
The war over popular weight loss drugs heats up as the makers of Wegovy file legal action against what they say is a copycat of their product. Correspondent Stephanie Ramos explains.
Telehealth provider Hims & Hers is announcing it will offer its own version of Wegovy's once-daily pill for just $49 for the first month. That's $100 less than Novo Nordisk's official FDA-approved version, which launched last month. Novo promising legal action, though, saying in a statement this is another example of Hims & Hers' historic behavior of duping the American public with knockoff GLP-1 products, and the FDA has previously warned them about their deceptive advertising of GLP-1 knockoffs.
Hims defended its offering, saying on X that this is not the first time a drug company has criticized their business as dangerous, illegal, or bad for the marketplace. Parents speak out over proposed school closings in Philadelphia. That's coming up on KYW News Radio.
Get the Odyssey app. Get the Odyssey app and listen to KYW News Radio anywhere.
Carrier has the home comfort you need and financing options to fit any budget. Right now, you can enjoy 60 months financing on a new home comfort system. Turn to your local Carrier home comfort expert for efficient heating and cooling performance, healthier indoor air, and convenient monthly payments for qualified buyers. Visit nopaycarrier.com. That's nopaycarrier.com.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed? Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving bot would sell fast. Just saying. Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season.
icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Hell, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-281-2286. 800-281-2286. 800-281-2286.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, I'm Jay DeMarcus of Rascal Flats. I've had the honor of playing for our troops overseas. I'll tell you, the joy I felt getting the chance to give back to our nation's heroes is something that's stuck with me ever since. If you're currently serving or have served, I just want to say thank you. Without your sacrifice, I wouldn't get to enjoy the freedoms that we do every day. It's a debt that cannot be repaid. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
KYW News Time, 10:30.
From the Delaware Valley Honda Studios, get a deal you'll like on a Honda you'll love. 103.9 FM.
The district continues to get an earful on the facilities plan that would close 20 Philadelphia schools. I'm Mike DiNardo.
Strong winds and extreme cold is expected throughout the weekend as shelters stay open and Pico gears up for possible outages. I'm Sonny Morgan.
A bill that would increase penalties for swatting heads to the Pennsylvania Senate after passing the House with bipartisan support. I'm Jim Melwood.
In sports, Sixers and Flyers both had the night off. We have partly cloudy skies, 28 degrees in Center City, Philadelphia, heading down to 20 overnight. Good evening, I'm Al Gadosa, and our top story at 10:31. Parents are speaking out as the Philadelphia School District continues online and in-person meetings on the plan that would close 20 schools. We get the story from KYW Education reporter Mike DiNardo.
The district's facilities plan would close Overbrook Elementary School, with students being reassigned to 4 other schools. At a Zoom meeting Friday, district officials said the building was in poor condition. The district pointed to several community surveys in the last year, but Overbrook parent Fahmy Shabazz says he was blindsided.
We don't appreciate y'all coming in and making decisions about closing our schools and sending our children elsewhere.
On a separate Friday Zoom, the district said Waring Elementary in Spring Garden was severely underutilized, with only 9 students in the 3rd grade class. Waring parents questioned why their school would be closed and students sent to an already crowded Beige Martin. District Operations Chief Teresa Fleming said additions are in the works there.
We are going to be adding a gym, cafeteria, and auditorium.
The school board won't vote on the facilities plan until after February 26th, but Waring parent Amia Culbreth wondered whether the district was only going through the motions with its community feedback sessions.
Is this even going to stand a chance? Because it sounds like you guys have your mind made up.
Mike DiNardo, KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
Charges are downgraded against a Penn State hockey player allegedly involved in a bar fight. Details on that coming up soon, but right now, traffic time. Here is Skyrie Moses in the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Okay, also the right lane is still blocked on 422 East at the Stowe exit. That's the site of an earlier overturned vehicle crash. Hopefully they can pull out of here in the next few minutes. In the meantime, just stay to the left. West of 422, you don't really have anything to worry about. And then out in West Whiteland Township, Chester County, there is a crash on Lancaster Avenue just west of Conestoga Road, but we're not seeing any kind of a delay with it. Over on the Schuylkill Expressway, things are looking pretty good in both directions right now. And then up in Bucks County, we did have an accident north on 202 Parkway approaching Bristol Road. That has been cleared. Over on 95, everything looks pretty good, and the Blue Route's relatively quiet as well. And the southbound side of Broad Street. Still a bit heavy from south of Spring Garden down to 676 as we clear out from that earlier show tonight at the Met Philadelphia. And then in Pottstown, there's a crash on Charlotte Street. At Wilson Street over in South Jersey, you've got an accident east of the Atlantic City Expressway, east of exit 38 there in Winslow Township, where the left lane is blocked. And a gas main break on the eastbound side of the White Horse Pike at Seagrove Avenue. That's in Hamilton. The right lane closed there as well. If you have a traffic tip, you can call the KYW traffic tip line at 215-724-1060. Sponsored by the Philadelphia Parking Authority, enhancing public safety and neighborhood quality of life. Our next update's in less than 10 minutes. I'm Kyrie Moses.
Thanks, Kyrie. Now let's check that AccuWeather 5-day forecast. Here is meteorologist Brian Thompson.
Continue to have occasional snow and flurries through the overnight hours, accumulating a coating to an inch. There could be some slippery roads at times. Low temperature around 20 degrees. Now, as we head through the day on Saturday, it's going to turn out sharply colder, just bitterly cold, as winds will be gusting at times to 40 or 50 miles per hour, while times of clouds and sunshine. Temperatures are going to fall through the teens, and AccuWeather real field temperatures are going to be well below zero, probably in the 10 to 20 below zero range for most of the day. Windy and frigid Saturday night with a clear sky, low 7, and again, real feels about 10 to 20 below. Staying brisk and bitterly cold Sunday, mostly sunny. It will have a high temperature pretty close to 20. Real feels again near or below zero much of the time. But as we get into Monday, things will start to improve a bit. We'll have a good deal of clouds, won't be as cold, a high up to 28, and we'll even get above freezing by Tuesday with intervals of clouds and sunshine and a high of 36. I'm back here with the meteorologist, Brian Thompson.
We have partly cloudy skies, 28 degrees in Center City. Legislation that would stiffen penalties for what's known as swatting is on its way to the PA Senate after getting bipartisan support in the State House in Harrisburg. KYW Suburban Bureau Chief Jim Melward explains.
Montgomery County Democrat and Chairman of the State House Judiciary Committee Tim Briggs' bill would create a sentencing enhancement under terroristic threats for swatting against a public, private, or charter school or college or university. Efforts to change the law came after a high-profile swatting attempt at Villanova University during freshman orientation in August. Delaware County Republican Craig Williams.
Somebody called into 911 the threat that there was an active shooter on the campus, and it even had sound in the background to suggest that there was actually an active shooter that could be heard on the phone. As you can imagine, the response from the north end of Delaware County to Villanova was tremendous.
The bill passed the State House 152 to 45 and heads to the Pennsylvania Senate. Jim Melward, KYW News Radio 103.9 FM.
The region is bracing for snow squalls, but cold and strong winds this weekend. As the National Weather Service says, an extreme cold warning will be in effect for Saturday into Sunday. They could have done this every weekend. As KYW's Sunny Morgan tells us, the region is also under a wind advisory.
If the leftover snow from 2 weeks ago is any indication, the area is still dealing with freezing temperatures. Another round of cold and possible snow left the city in enhanced code blue for a second week straight. And for Silvana Mazzella, the lead executive officer at Prevention Point, it's another week to offer resources for the city's less fortunate.
That means that we have been open nonstop pretty much since not only the snowstorm, but a little bit beforehand. Probably have helped, not continuously. Some people continuously, some people for a few hours at a time. Probably about 700 plus people.
She says they help with a range of services from food to shelter. The National Weather Service is also calling for strong winds, something PECO's Matt Rankin says they have planned for.
PECO prepares year-round, inspecting all of its equipment throughout a service territory, underground, aerial equipment, making sure that it's ready when severe weather happens and windstorms that are predicted.
PECO says in case of an outage, be sure to charge all devices, have water and non-perishable foods, and have a flashlight for every floor of your house. Sunny Morgan, KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
Penn State hockey star Gavin McKenna will no longer face a felony aggravated assault charge over an alleged fight last week. Center County prosecutors say video of the incident does not indicate McKenna intended to seriously injure the other person. He still faces a misdemeanor simple assault charge. McKenna, a top prospect in the upcoming NHL draft, was charged this week in a January 31st incident outside of the State College parking lot. State College police say cameras caught the student-athlete punching someone in the face, fracturing one side of his jaw twice. The dispute allegedly spilled over from inside a bar. Law enforcement has still not identified any primary suspects in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. The 84-year-old mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie The local sheriff's department says they are aware of another letter sent to a local news station but have not provided further information. We get more from CBS News' Trace Gutierrez. The big question now is it for the first one? Did they use the same untraceable service to email to the state television station as they did with the first note? The FBI is now the lead agency handling this ransom note. They're also the ones that are offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the recovery of Nancy Guthrie or an arrest in this case. It's unclear if the new note contains any signs of life. A suspect in the deadly 2012 attack on a U.S. compound in Benghazi, Libya, is in custody.
Attorney General Pam Bondi announced Zubair al-Bakush was brought to Joint Base Andrews early this morning.
He'll face charges related to murder, terrorism, arson, among others.
Ambassador Chris Stevens and 3 other Americans were killed in the 2012 attack.
We have never forgotten those heroes, and we have never stopped seeking justice for that crime against our nation.
Bondi would not explain how al-Bakush was captured because the U.S. is still going after others involved in the attack. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
New problems east on 76 heading toward the city. Traffic coming up in 3 minutes.
Philadelphia's most trusted source for traffic, weather, and news in the heart of the birthplace of America. KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
PECO's here to help you keep life moving with LIHEAP, the low-income home energy assistance program that gives cash grants to residents who need a little support. You can get up to $1,000 to help pay your energy bills without having to pay it back. That means more peace of mind at home and a brighter future for our communities. To see if you qualify or to reapply for this year, visit peco.com/LIHEAP or call 800-34-HELP-4. That's 800-34-HELP-4.
Attention Medicaid patients.
If you're on Medicaid, how would you like if your caretaker was your daughter, your son, your grandchild, or your close friend? If you're on Medicaid, Freedom Care allows you to choose who provides your care, and that caregiver will get paid instantly after their shift. Yes, your caregiver will get paid instantly. This service is available based on Medicaid eligibility. Call 267-641-2646 and ask Freedom Care how to get started with care today. No more worrying about getting care from an aide at an agency. Freedom Care helps you choose who you want to take care of you, and that person gets paid. Call Freedom Care at 267-641-2646. That's 267-641-2646 to get started today. You get a caregiver you know and trust, and they get paid instantly after their shift, and it's free to you. Start now by calling 267-641-2646. That's 267-641-2646. Or go to freedomcare.com.
I hate Steven Singer. I get that a lot. You know why? Why? Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied. So, how can I help you? Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week? They're my famous roses dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever. Sounds expensive. They start at just $69. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you. Do I have to water it? Nope. It's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold. All right. How do I get one? Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.